He's still covered in the scent of fresh meat, and the dangers of night threaten again.
I thought that I heard something move. And I seen a couple of coyotes off on the right.
Ken's biggest fear has been realized. The scent of the skinned beaver has attracted some unwelcome visitors. Even from a distance, the coyotes can see that Ken is trapped and can't move.
Coyotes can be unpredictable. It's not the first time that they have attacked humans. When I heard coyotes messing around, I thought there was a possibility that they might get more aggressive. My soul, my Savior, God to thee, how great thou art. I got a couple of rocks, and I've got the broken axe handle laying there. I thought, how long that would last, who knows?
Ken has already been trapped for over 30 hours. His survival training has kept him alive, but the paramedic realizes that parts of his body are already dying. The constant pressure of the quad's wheel and the swelling in his right leg is causing serious nerve and tissue damage. Ken knows that even if he is found now, his good leg might not survive.
During the night, it got to a point where it was like your foot goes to sleep and you get all those needles and pins going through it. I figured, well, my foot is beyond saving now, for sure.
The hopelessness of his situation starts to take its toll.
We just finished celebrating my granddaughter's birthday. I was thinking about that quite a bit because my daughter had videoed me dancing with my grandkids. That's probably the last time I'll dance with them. I'll be missing out.
Ken draws strength from the battles he won as a young boy.
I've been through worse than that. I mean, I was never supposed to walk. I had 20 operations when I was a kid, and I threw the braces away, and that much of a challenge that I can't overcome that. To thee, my Savior, God, to thee. It works wonders for your morale if you sing. It also, if there was something coming close, they knew that I was human, and perhaps they might stay a little further away before they found out, what kind of circumstance I was actually in. How great thou art. Just before daylight, they came back.
The coyotes have returned, and this time they changed their tactics, closing in on Ken from behind. Unable to see them, Ken can only imagine their next attack.
You can hear them scratching, and you can, quick pitter-patters of feet. And then you hear a little yap. And then you can hear some more feet, so you don't know whether they're 200 yards away or whether they're right behind you. They were definitely excited, and they were getting each other excited.
As the coyotes move in for the kill, they discover one of the dead beavers that fell off the quad during the crash.
It sounded just like they were fighting over it. They sounded like they were a lot closer.
Now the coyotes have a taste for blood, and Ken fears he is next on the menu.
What's next? Are they going to get more aggressive?
The frenzy of noise seems to attract the attention of the dogs in the nearby farmhouse. But once again, high winds muffle the noise from human ears.
Perhaps if he would have let one of his dogs go, maybe they would have come to me.
The noise seems to scare off the coyotes for now.
Bad. I don't know if he's gonna make it. I need some help. It's okay, I'm a doctor. You're a doctor?
By an extraordinary stroke of luck, Andy Wolf is a doctor with specialist training in shock trauma.
What's your name?
It doesn't take him long to see how serious Bram's condition is.
He was going into shock. Shock kills people.
Bram, come on now, stay awake, son. The doctor's gonna look at your leg now. Just take a second, and we'll get you back home. Stay awake now.
When I examined this thigh area, I reached my hand up in there, and my heart just dropped. I could feel his femoral artery just like a garden hose. And right then and there, I thought, this kid's can either lose his leg or his life. We're gonna be lucky if we save his life.
You still with me? Talk to me, Bram. You're gonna be okay, son. You're gonna be okay.
Andy was, checking my leg out. He looks up at me and says, "Oh, you'll be all right." I said, "Yeah, that's what they say in the movies, just where the guy tips over."
Let's go. Bram, come on now. That's it. Almost home.
If we don't lose this kid from loss of blood, we could lose him from shock.
Come on, give me your hand.
If that artery goes and I don't get it stopped, we're gonna lose him from that artery bursting. We needed to get him off that mountain to save his life.
The camp is only a mile away from where Bram was attacked by the bear. It's taken him nearly 4 hours to get there.
Guys, go try to find some help!
2 of the rescue party are immediately dispatched to get help. The nearest ranger station is less than 5 miles away. But even if they make it there and call for air rescue, a helicopter would be grounded in this storm. Bram is a long way from safe.
I felt so relieved that we got him in there, and it started getting emotional for me, because I knew we gotta really save his life. We gotta take care of him.
Yeah, I'm gonna need some water.
I'd lost most of my adrenaline, so I was starting to feel more, and I was thinking about, you could possibly die.
Bram was in a tremendous amount of pain. You could just see it in his face, but Bram's a cowboy, and he would not complain if both arms had been chewed off. I put a lot of antibiotics into him too, trying to stem the tide of infection.
The doctor knows that even if Bram survives the night, his injuries are severe enough for gangrene to set in, which means he could lose his leg, or, if not treated quickly, his life.
Do you have any dry clothes?
Yeah.
Unaware of the severity of his condition, Bram's thoughts turn to his family.
I was pretty concerned about my dad and my brothers. They had no idea where I was or if I was alive. I was sure they'd try to look for me and, possibly get hurt themselves.
Once we got him stabilized, I thought I could take a moment to myself. I wept. For Bram's sake, I wept because his father is without him. He's got to be going crazy. I would be if that happened to me.
Up on the mountain, Dennis Schaefer is confronting his deepest fears.
I got to thinking, man, I might not be bringing one home. And that feeling down in your guts, I'll tell you what, is an empty, empty feeling.
Searching the dark, treacherous slopes in a raging storm is becoming too dangerous. Dennis's friends decide it's safer to wait until morning.
Dennis, we can't go on.
I don't care how bad it is. I am not going back. That is my son out there.
Dennis, please. I'm sorry.
I was determined to be out there looking for him, but the mountains are unforgiving if you're caught wrong. And they will kill you. So I got voted down, and we had to go back to camp.
Andy has managed to keep Bram alive so far. But now, the doctor spots a new danger threatening to kill him. Gas gangrene. Gas gangrene is a deadly poison produced by bacteria trapped in infected tissue. It destroys flesh, blood cells, and blood vessels.
Gas gangrene can travel 6 inches in an hour. If Bram's femoral artery was being attacked by bacteria, it would burst. Bram was in serious trouble at this point. He could very easily be dead by morning.
How you feeling, Bram?
I was laying there thinking that, I could lose my leg, and the thought of dying was still there, yeah. I knew I was in bad shape.
Dr. Andy Wolf has given Bram antibiotics and painkillers. But without more powerful medication, Bram could be dead within hours. The gas gangrene is spreading rapidly towards his femoral artery. If it attacks it, it will burst.
It was very serious. It was just as serious as a bear attacking him.
2 miles away, Bram's father has no idea what's happened to his son. He spends an agonizing night waiting for the storm to abate.
They wouldn't let me leave camp, and that was probably the biggest torture I went through, was being in that camp, not doing anything. It could drive you nuts as a parent. One of your kids is missing. You know that the elements are horrid. It's unforgiving. I was awake all night, pacing, crying. Your heart just like it was going to explode, because for the lack of ability to be able to go do anything and the unknowing, you just sit down and weep sometimes.
After 11 freezing nights out in the wilderness, a violent storm blows into the canyon.
I built a shelter for myself in between two rocks that came out of the sand, and then I took some of the shrubbery around and built a little roof on top.
But the makeshift shelter does little to keep off the torrential rain and provides no defense against the predators lurking in the undergrowth.
As I was trying to fall asleep, I heard some rustling. I became alert and threw a handful of sand in the direction that I thought I heard the sound. And then I heard a hissing sound.
Fearful of deadly rattlesnakes hiding in the bush, Linda is forced to abandon the shelter.
It was one of the toughest nights. There was thunder and lightning and a lot of rain, and it was very frightening down there because I didn't have any shelter. I was out in the open. It was definitely cold, and definitely that was a concern, the hypothermia.
Alone, miles from civilization, Linda knows she must find the mental strength to survive.
I started to think of ways to occupy my mind, and I said a rosary, and then I started to sing songs, just something to keep me occupied, to get me through that night.
I knew that Jamie wouldn't ask for that kind of help unless he really needed it.
Yeah, okay, yeah, good idea. Let's get to your bag, it's bigger, okay? Okay.
Jamie knows his best friend is desperate and that he must get into his sleeping bag to keep him from freezing. But on the tiny ledge, every move is racked with danger.
Okay, I'm gonna get into your bivvy, all right?
So it was really awkward trying to wriggle into this tiny bag. Both of us were slipping about all over the place and losing perches. And then suddenly...
Jamie, I'm slipping! Jamie!
I was sliding, and I couldn't stop myself. I tried to reach out to grab something. You're just falling in the blackness of the night. And you know, my heart was in my mouth.
Jamie is saved by his climber's rope attached to his waist. But he's now left dangling above a 3,000-foot precipice.
Jamie! Climb up! Jesus Christ, help me, Jamie! Calm down!
His friend can do nothing to help him.
You've got to climb the rope! I can't do it! You can! Keep calm! It's okay! You've got to climb up!
Jamie's only way out is to pull his own body weight back up the rope as the storm rages around him.
But the rope was cold and icy and really quite thin.
Exhausted from 3 days without food, water or sleep, every inch of the climb is torture. And halfway back up the rope,
And I remember plunging back down to where I'd started from.
Jamie! I'm stuck, Jamie! I'm stuck! Calm down! You've just got to climb the rope!
And so the next time, with a monumental effort, I pulled myself up this rope and landed myself with a great heave back onto the ledge. It was a big fright. But I guess I also realized that really all we had to do now was just stay where we were and survive. And eventually a rescue would be able to get us off there.
All they can do is try to keep each other warm in the minus 22-degree temperatures and pray that the storm passes.
We would spend the night just waiting for the first light of dawn, because it was only the dawn that could ever bring a hope.
But the next day, the blizzard just gets worse and worse.
As the morning came in and the storm carried on raging on, it became more and more depressing. The thought that this storm was never going to pass.
They've had nothing to drink or eat now for 72 hours. Both men are severely dehydrated. And in the Arctic conditions, Jamie Fisher is succumbing to the effects of hypothermia.
I know that we both must have had thoughts that maybe we wouldn't be making it down alive.
The men stumble on, but now even the terrain seems to conspire against them.
It is just nothing but tangled sticks and brush. We literally couldn't see much more than about 50 feet. It's thick. It's really thick.
Hey? Gary, come on.
I could really just feel a sinking feeling coming on me. It would take 10 times the effort to go 5 feet.
And now, Gary has completely lost his grip on reality.
I would see camps, campfires, tents. They would just vaporize, they would just vanish. There was nothing there.
As the light fades, Dave starts to feel desperate.
Come on, keep coming.
He's convinced that Gary won't survive another night out here.
Come on, Gary, get up. Keep coming, keep coming.
Watching Gary not move as fast, being quieter, that was a real sinking feeling. Quietly, I talked to God and prayed for our survival. And then I hear car engines. And I think, no, that's not car engines. Then I hear it again. And then I hear a big roar.
And then I see lights shining through the trees.
Look. Hey. Hey.
By some miracle, Gary and Dave have stumbled onto a logging road and a car full of holidaymakers.
They come running up to us there, and it was just the most awesome thing. I was very blessed to be alive.
After 33 hours alone in the wilderness, Dave and Gary are finally rescued.
We were going home. It's remarkable that we survived the crash. It's remarkable that we were in physical condition to be able to walk out. And it's remarkable that we did not have a physical encounter with a bear.
The men were rushed to hospital in Parma, where doctors treated Gary's head injury. He was lucky not to need surgery, but it took him nearly 6 months to get over the effects of his fractured skull. An air search took 2 weeks to locate Dave's crashed plane. Despite his terrifying ordeal, Dave was back at the controls within 2 months.
I'll continue to fly. I'll continue to love aviation very much. I don't see my life without it.
In fact, Dave is renovating another aircraft to replace the one he lost on the mountain.
I'm fortunate to be able to go on as a pilot, and I'll encourage others, including Gary. I hope that he continues on to get his pilot's license.
The experience has made Dave and Gary's bond of friendship even stronger.
Me and Dave have grown really close. You don't go through an experience like that with somebody and survive and not come out of it a lot closer.
Could I have done this alone? I don't think so. I think that if it wasn't for Gary being there, that I wouldn't be here.